I'm a huge fan of apps that can help us with our money. Now that could be ones to help you track your spending. It could be ones to help you make some money. It could be ones to help you put some of your cash into savings. All of them are fantastic and there are some great innovations available to you. And I've covered a lot of these before. What I've not spoken about here on the channel and what I'm going to do today are money saving apps. The ones that will help you get the best deal, the ones that will get you a discount, the ones that might get you something for free. All these things that mean that you're going to part with less cash and hopefully get whatever it is you need for the best possible price. I'm Andy Webb. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I blog over at becleverwithyourcash.com. Been doing that for a good 7 years now. Obviously make the videos here. Everything I do is about helping you make the most of your money. If that sounds interesting, if that sounds like something you want to keep seeing, make sure you please do hit that subscribe button and a little notification bell right next to it. It means you will be told as soon as I release a brand new video. Right, I've got my phone here. I'll whack it up on the screen so you can see exactly what's going on with these apps. There are 19 different apps here that I'm going to take you through. I won't spend a huge amount of time on all of them. I'll take you through them bit by bit. Otherwise, it would be the longest video ever. But let's start off with some of the ones which I think are key to money saving. If you want to find something at the lowest possible price, you need to shop around. And if you're out and about, one of the easiest ways to do that is use an app like this, Idealo or Price Spy. They're the top two here. You can use them on the desktop as well if you're at home, but I think they're great for being out and about. You search for the item you want, or you can browse through. Let's have a look at this one. Apple AirPods Pro, popular item. It tells you some of the top prices right now, but hit show all, and then you'll see them at lots and lots and lots of different retailers. Go back and you've got this price history function, which is fantastic. So you get a sense of, is the price you're paying right now a good price compared to how much it's normally selling at? There's different bits that you can search through there. Similarly, that one I mentioned, Price Spy does a very, very similar thing. You can search for the stuff. AirPods Pro again, you've got a little graph up here showing you that history of the different prices. There's more features if you did this on the desktop. You can sort of go in at different retailers and see the history there. But ultimately, this is a great way to help you find the lowest possible price for whatever it is that you want to buy. So absolutely, I would look at those. You can also, with both of these things, you can set price alerts. So if there's something you want and it does come down in value, set the price alert and you can get an email or a notification to say, hey, it's now available at this price. So again, you're waiting for that low price. But you don't have to do that just with your normal purchases that you're going to make, your home furnishings, your tech, whatever it might be. You can do it in other places. You can again compare different prices with apps. Just Watch is one of my favorites. I'm a huge film fan. I like to try and catch up with stuff. I know we haven't had so many cinema releases and therefore rental releases over the last year, but it's a great way of just looking for stuff. So let's say let's look at Tenet, okay, which came out or to rent at the start of 2021. And you pick it up, and what it shows you here, it gives a moment to sort of populate, but you can look for the best price in standard definition, the best price in HD, the best price in 4K if you wanted. And in fact, often you can see that there's no difference in price between some of these things, so you may as well go for the HD one or whatever it might be. Don't know why the pictures aren't popping through. Maybe it's because I'm streaming it on here at the same time. But that one is a great way to find, there we go, it's popped through now. Great way to help you find the lowest price if you're going to rent a movie. It's also really handy as well to see for older films which streaming services they're on, but that's not really money saving. That's just an extra feature that it's got in there. Similarly, ATM locator. Now, I know we don't use cash much at all, especially over the last year, but if you do need money, there's nothing more frustrating, is there, than having to pay whatever it is, $1.99, perhaps more, to get money out, particularly the ones in the little office and stuff. So this one from Link, the ATM Finder, helps you sort of zoom in on any kind of area. Let's go to, where are we now? Let's have a look at Leeds, scroll in here, search for ATMs, and it pops up with this kind of selection. You see a few different options here. A green ATM means it's free. You can get your money out for free. A purple ATM means there's a charge. You click on it here, it tells you £1.89. It'll also tell you, and there's none obviously in that area, but it'll also tell you if there's a post office, because post offices are a great place now where you can go to and take money out if there's no ATM around you or no bank branch. So again, this one is a great way to save you a bit of cash, helps you find the cheapest ATM near you. Similarly, petrol prices, right? You know that petrol prices vary from forecourt to forecourt, so you can have a look. So let's put in a random postcode. Let's just choose some sort of London postcode here. Whack that in, see what pops up. Oh, here we go. It's telling me that I can go to Asda. It has the cheapest price, the Asda Bethnal Green. Another Asda a little bit more expensive. Just goes to show that prices can change. Or Morrison, Sainsbury's, keep scrolling, and there's an Esso, and you see the difference in your price. And it may well be, again, don't go out of your way to try and save yourself a penny on the litre of fuel. It's not going to make that much difference. But if you have a couple on your journey that you're making, spend 30 seconds looking at that and find out where you're going to top up and get the lowest price. Not just petrol, you can also find the lowest price for your parking. Appy Parking, this is a great one as well. Random locator here, Edinburgh, when I went there on a trip a while ago on a holiday, it pops and it shows you colour codes of different prices for different car parks. You can look for the cheapest ones near you. Like there's a free one, it take me there, a bit far out of town, but it won't cost me anything. Again, if you're looking for somewhere you want to, particularly in town centres, find some cheap or free parking. Appy Parking is a great one to have. Now that's kind of finding the best price. Very quickly, I'm not going to go into detail on these because you know how these work. But if you have found something, going back to that Idealo Price Spy, looking around, searching for stuff, if you found something at a low price, let's see if you can get it for less. If you can discount some money off that by applying a voucher code. VoucherCodes and VoucherCloud are a couple of really good ones that I have on my phone. Now remember, I'm not talking about cashback sites which operate in the same way. The difference with cashback is you are given that money after your purchase and it's not always guaranteed. Although I'm a huge fan of it and you absolutely should do it. I've got a whole video you might want to check out if you're new to cashback. It can make you a huge amount of money over the year. Using a voucher code, getting that discount taken off your purchase before you spend it, you have absolutely guaranteed save that money. So it's well worth, I think, having some of these available on your phone for when you're out and about and you see something and go, right, that's a great one. Here's a little code I can add in. Obviously, if you're on the desktop, you've got a few more options. I would just Google for the voucher code because more options might come up. Right, let's move on to some food money saving apps. Now, again, I've spoken before in a previous video about loyalty cards and loyalty schemes. They're fantastic. The supermarket you go to, if it's got one, you should sign up to it. But again, you're earning points, you're making points. If you actually want to save some money, get money off the stuff that you're going to buy, a couple of ones worth getting if you shop at these places are Co-op and Lidl. Co-op every single week has new vouchers that are added, which if you add them to your card, it will then take it off the bill if you buy those products. Now these are very specific here, milk, cheese. I mean, it's quite broad, isn't it? A lot of people buy milk and cheese anyway. A lot of people buy fresh fruit. So it's quite nice. Quite often I've seen on this like £1 off your shop. So it's well worth looking at that. Add them to your card and then when you swipe it, it'll be taken off at the till. The Lidl one has these as well. Lots of vouchers that go on there of particular products, but also there are going to be at times special ones like this one here. I've got somewhere there we go, £5 off a £25 spend. Again, these change. These they're not there all the time, but they're well worth taking advantage of. And in fact, what's quite good about the Lidl one is it has a little tab here for partner offers. Now, you can ignore some of these or you might be able to get a better deal elsewhere. But for example, a good one here, 6 months free Tidal at the moment through that app. That's how you can get that music streaming for free for 6 months, which is a really, really good offer. There's also a way to save money on cinema tickets. I know they're not open, but movie rentals as well through this without having to sign up to any other scheme. It's absolutely free. You sign up here and there's money off those when you can go. So that's a really good one as well. Now, this next two, Too Good To Go and Olio, they're really good about food waste. So, I mean, I don't know about you, I hate food waste. Generally, there's very little that we do ever throw away. And often that's kind of, I don't know, fruit and veg where it's kind of, although the date's good, something's gone dodgy with it. But we try to use everything up and don't throw things away. Same with goods. We know kind of where the best before date is, the use by date is. So we don't get to a situation where anything's not needed. But that's not always the case. And not just personal stuff as well. There are obviously organisations out there, cafes, restaurants, supermarkets, where they might have food left over that hasn't gone and they don't want it to go to waste. So these two apps will let you get access to these things from other people's stuff they're getting rid of or shops and cafes getting rid of, either for free or for a very low price. So let's look at Too Good To Go first of all. Now this one is pretty hit and miss depending where you live. Obviously in a larger area, you're gonna have more options. I've randomly chosen a place in Kent here. And this gives you an idea of some of the things that are going on. So there's one left here, Costa Coffee in Dartford. There's a limited number. When they're gone, they're gone. But for £3, I could get £10 worth of leftovers, which you go and collect at the end of the day. So if it's Costa Coffee, it's likely to be wraps and pastries and things like that, isn't it? You get it, you reserve it, and they let you know you've got it, and you have to make sure you're there to collect it. Sometimes it's big chains like that. Sometimes it's going to be places you've never heard of, like what the hell is that magic box from Pastino's? But again, it's giving you stuff which normally costs a lot more money at a low price. Obviously, the date is going to be very soon, so either that day or the next day. But again, it can save you some cash on some of these essentials. And you can see that although it's very popular, Morrison's is often on there as well. again, £10 worth of food for £3. You know, it could be a range of fruit, veg, bakery, cakes, and maybe even cheese. All items would be past the best before date, but would be perfectly good to eat. So some really good ways there to save some money, I'd say. Olio is really similar, but this is more likely to be people giving stuff away themselves. So this is the things they've got left over. So again, random sort of location, looking at this here, a lady called Beth, she's put on some micro fried rice and some sweet and sour sauce. She doesn't want that anymore. If you want it, you get in touch with her and she arranges it for you to collect it for free. You don't have to pay anything at all. It's to get rid of that waste. Here's someone called Alice. She's got biscuits for cheese. In date, she just doesn't want them anymore. So it's well worth having a look at this. It is going to be hit and miss. I must say, if you're in a smaller area where there aren't people sign up to it, then you've got less of a chance of nabbing something. But likewise, if there's less people on there, if something does get listed, then you've got a stronger opportunity. You're more likely to be able to nab it before they do. Great thing about one, mainly food, but there's also a non-food section. So again, someone's giving away a pineapple mug here and a Glade air spray. If they rock your boat, if you want those, you can get them for free rather than buying them yourself. You are saving some money. So definitely check out those two, Too Good To Go and Olio. They're both really good. Now, on a similar kind of way in terms of that kind of ecological aspects, but also money saving, this one called Refill. Now, the downside for this one right now is we're not really going out and about, and also it's cold when I'm recording this. But in the summer, this is a fantastic way to help you refill your water bottle for free. So it's a hot day, you're out and about. Maybe in the past, you'd pop into Boots or the supermarket and you'd buy a bottle of water. One, it's expensive. Two, it's again, single-use plastic isn't great. Here, find a refill station. It pops open the app. You can again choose where you want to be with this. Let's have a look. Let's put in, let's say London, right? I know London is huge, but let's see what pops up. Return, searches through. It finds the area that you're talking about. Let's go there. Westfield. Again, click on that, and it's telling me that in this area here, there are 3 different places I can go to if I want to. There's a railway station there. There's a Costa Coffee there. And there's also another railway station. But if you want to, there's a reef. You can either ask at the counter, lots of pubs, restaurants, gyms, cafes, all sorts of places. You can go in, refill your water bottle up without spending anything. Really, really great app. I love this one. Saves you money, but also it's great for the environment. Right, racing through these, I told you there's a lot of apps. I don't want to be too long on all of these. This next bundle, the final bundle, they're ones which I kind of think are really, really good. Maybe a bit limited right now while we're having restricted, but when things are out, download them now. Make sure you've got them, because when things go back to normal, again, these can save you some decent cash. Hotel Tonight. This is a great one for last minute stays. So if you are thinking, right, I need to be at a hotel, I haven't booked in advance, sometimes that can make them very expensive. Obviously, check on the booking site, see what's available. But this one will have deals for places which have rooms they just want to get rid of them today. Again, looking at particularly low prices. Again, randomly looks London because of when I'm recording this right now. We're during a lockdown, so people aren't going about. You're not able to really go anywhere. But you can obviously see some good hotels, potentially quite expensive hotels, with a bit of a discount. Now, I'm not saying, as I said, you'll get the lowest possible price for a stay. You might be able to find a cheaper hotel, which isn't listed on here if you go through the normal kind of search results and comparison sites. But if you want to find somewhere nice, you might get it a lot less. So that's a really great one. Similarly, we can't go out and about. We can't go out for drinks and meals. But Dusk and Embargo can be really good because they will offer generally different locations. They work slightly differently. Mainly they are London-based, although I think Dusk also has an option in around Manchester as well. And there are all sorts of bars that will give you a free drink. I think you only get 1 free drink a night. I can't remember exactly now whether it's on the app or whether that's per location. But again, potentially I think you could do a bit of a crawl, go from one bar to the next, getting a free drink in each one. And if you and your friends have all got the same app with the same freebie, then it's a really, really cheap night out. You're saving money. And often after that free drink, there might be other specials and discounts as well. So that's really good. So that's Dusk. And the other one, Embargo, has a similar thing. Again, it's not working right now because things aren't open, but they've also got an opportunity for you to collect loyalty cards and stamps at the different restaurants and bars, which if you've been there, maybe checked in 7 times, 8 times, you'll then get a freebie next time that you go. Now, the last 2 to talk about, I don't actually have the accounts with them, so I can't show you the apps themselves, but you know them already probably. Meerkat Meals, Tastecard, great ways to save money on your food and your drink when you're out and about. Tastecard, you can get all sorts of free trials for this. I generally list those best offers over on the blog. So if you want to get a 3-month free trial, 4 months for £1, whatever it might be, time that application when you get it for, let's say, the summer holidays, when you like to be out eating out more often or whatever it might be. 50% off loads of meals. There's also discounts on things like cinema tickets, movie rentals and stuff as well. During lockdown, you can still use it. You can get 50% off at Pizza Hut if you want to. So it's a good way of saving some cash on takeaways. Meerkat meals, very, very, very similar proposition. You can only get it if you take out an insurance policy via Compare the Market, but there are all sorts of loopholes and ways around that. You can get it for £1, £2 maybe by taking out a day travel insurance policy, and then you get access to it for the full 12 months. Again, money off your meals, but also 2-for-1 cinema tickets as well. So a good way to save some cash. So lots of different apps there, 19 different apps, which hopefully will save you some money. Take you through them all one by one. Again, obviously you can click back to watch the bits about those each time. But there's Idealo and Price Spy, which are great price comparison apps. Just Watch also is a price comparison, but for movie rentals. ATM Locator will help you find the cheapest and the free ATMs in your area. Petrol Prices will help you find the cheapest petrol prices, as you'd suggest. Appy Parking helps you find the cheapest parking spaces. You can compare the expensive and the cheap, maybe even somewhere free to park up. VoucherCodes and VoucherCloud, just two of the top main voucher code apps which are worth getting to bring the price down even further. The two supermarket ones, which actually give you an immediate discount on some purchases, generally via coupons that you then add to your loyalty card that scan at the till, are Co-op and Lidl Plus. Again, go to the app, great way to find out what's there and add them straight away. Some free food or some cheap food that would be going away, going to waste, Too Good To Go and Olio, they're great for that. And then we have Refill, which is a way to help you find free water refills in your area. Again, save some money, stop you having to buy some fresh water in single-use plastic bottles. And then we've got Hotel Tonight to find last-minute hotel deals around the UK. Embargo and Dusk get you free and cheap drinks on a night out when we're allowed to do that again. Finally, Tastecard and Meerkat meals, Meerkat movies. They're both there to help you get discounts on your food and drink when you're eating out, and also on things like cinema tickets. There we go. If you found this video useful, if you think you are going to save some money as a result of watching it, please do hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. It makes all the difference in helping more people find my content and let YouTube know that you guys are actually enjoying this stuff. So please do that. I'd really appreciate it. And if you don't want to miss any of my future videos, don't forget, hit that subscribe button and a little notification bell, and you'll be told every time I release a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, cheers. And here are a couple more videos you might find interesting.